when first, Sarah, we want to give you the thank you because this is a very important moment for us. You're here and talking to us, and you can share all your experience with us, you know. And
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. It's really a pleasure because you are very kind, very social, very friendly, and it's a pleasure to talk to you, to be with you.
Well, thank you. So we want to start you tell us how about the condition and the home and care worker make their work and their labors in Italian.
Yeah, starting with the 189 Convention,
okay,
and the next recommendation recognizes the dignity of all domestic workers in the world with access to a series of rights. First and foremost, the right to remuneration. In Italy, the issues covered by this convention are already largely contained in the legislation and in the collective agreement of this sector. Theoretically, the convention places domestic workers on an equal footing with the other workers, recognizing, for example, the right to have a written contract, a minimum wage, and fixed working hours, and the prohibition of child labor. But today, the reality is not exactly as I told you about. Because the globalized economy, workers are increasingly looking for job opportunities beyond their home country and in searching decent working conditions. And there were reported abuses involving irregular work, labor exploitation, human trafficking, and irregular migration. Well, and in Italy, for foreigners, for outside citizens outside the EU, they have an application for renewal for a residence permit that must be submitted in Italy at least 60 days before expire for the verification of compliance with the relevant conditions. This is, in short, the situation in Italy. And speaking about the figure of women in this sector, now we can say it's in depth analysis of domestic works highlights of all the unscribed and social cultural characteristic of workers in the sector. At least 75.6 million men and women over the age of 14 were employed as domestic workers in the world. This sector is characterized by a strong female component. And although males represent a minority of workers, there is a horizontal gender segregation in the type of work carried out within the home. Female workers are employed as domestic helpers and family assistants, while men are more employed as cooks, drivers, and building maintenance or security workers. Domestic workers, in addition to being characterized by a variety of professional profiles, they can be hired directly by a family or by several families, or by a third party, cooperatives, non-profit organization, but also digital platforms. I don't know how the situation is in Spain from this point of view.
It's almost it's look like, but it's similar. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I heard that our convention, that the things are the exploitation is all over the world.
Yes.
And according our Institute of the IMSS with the foreign citizens in Italy, updated in 2021, 85% of domestic workers in Italy are women. Foreign women are 58%, while Italian women are 263,000, which is 27%. And 1/5 of the foreign workforce is employed in sectors to be strategic: construction, agriculture, in hotels and catering sectors. And the problem, for instance, during the pandemic, was that the immigrants' employment rate fell by 4.1 percentage points, more than double than the foreign men felt the work for migrant women in Italy. And domestic work involves more than 2 million people in Italy, of whom only 859,000 are legally employed, which extends the Italian state welfare from supporting 1.5 million Italian families for a total amount of 10 billion euros each year. Official statistics say that 8 out of 10 retirees cannot pay for one caregiver. In the most cases, they need 3, because they for the persons that for the elders that must be cured during the night, 24 hours a day. But they hire only one person, and not in few cases, but often they have to cure 2 persons, man and wife.
Yes.
Do
you think is the similar way to here in Spain, because they don't have the same right, in the migrant women have the same problem here in Spain?
They have the rights on paper.
On paper, right?
They are not observed by the families who hires the domestic workers, and there are no controls in family, because there is a private property. Now, if I like a state worker, I'd like to go to verify the way of this person, the way they work in a family. I can't go in, only if the family permits that.
Yeah.
They cannot, if they don't want to open the door, they will not do it. Even if I, let's say, like a worker, there is my address. Okay, this is my residence also in the documents, that that might permit to open the door, but it's not my house. It's a contradiction.
Yes, it is.
And the state and the organization of syndicates, or they are not very specific in this case, because their point of view is that families are, this work is too expensive, they say. And the families have to pay too much money for this type of work, not thinking and looking for the human rights and for the workers' rights, but thinking only of their possibilities, financial possibilities, which is not right, isn't it?
Yes.
And we are, these workers are not machinery, are not vacuum cleaners, and they have their rights, human rights, and they have their families to stay with, if possible. And they are making really a very, very difficult life. Yeah, because
it's hard to listen that, I know.
Yeah, and there are too many people in this situation. And
what is doing to change this kind of situation? Any legislative proposal you can do, or anything you think we can do together, or maybe the association there can make a change in a political approach, for example?
In a political approach, yeah, but not in Italy, because in Italy, migrants are, we have a far-right government, which is not very friendly with migrants, even if they say that migrants are essential, but we are invisible. And lately, they have raised the salary for the domestic workers, but the families say they can't pay for so much money. And there's an open conflict in this period. And as a result, more domestic workers now are working without a contract.
So it's a pretty hard situation for there too.
Like for everybody, yeah, because in this way, the state pushes a family to not respect the law. They don't have money, and they can't pay the worker, and they can't make a contract.
And about the health to the home and care worker women, what kind of right they have if you have a contract for 40 hours, for example? And
there is the right to have a personal doctor.
But they have to pay that time after?
No. If you have a legal contract, no.
But no. If you are in a irregular way?
Excuse me?
If the woman is in a regular way,
No, you don't exist. You don't exist. You can't have a resident. You can't have the right to go to a doctor. You have to pay for everything. If you get sick, you have no right.
So the women who belong to Italy, who born in Italy, they really have right, but the rest of the women doesn't exist.
No, they are not registered. They don't exist. And for the workers that are in European Union, like us, we don't have we don't need a document like extra, like the other migrants. We can enter and turn back to our countries without notice the institutions, so we can disappear and nobody knows about that. Okay?
It's pretty sad that became us in a...
That's why it's a huge human trafficking, a huge exploitation, because nobody is responsible. Nobody. Of course, it is responsible. The state where you are living and where you are working. But if you don't pay taxes, you don't exist in Italy.
So the life of a women, a migrant women, have a price.
If we have a price,
I mean, if you pay, you exist. If you don't pay, you don't exist. So the migrant have a price as a life.
But this is the same also for the Italian citizens also. If they do not pay taxes, they can't go to in a hospital or to see a doctor.
To see it. Okay.
Our price, but maybe we cost less money than others.
And we like to know about your organization, how they work, what they do. You can tell us about it.
We are I founded this organization in 2011 after I saw a documentary about children left behind. That that are the children that remain in the country of origin, and parents have to go abroad to work for work, and some of them, many of them, took their lives because of that, and it was I was so impressed that I had to do something. And then I founded this association, and I tried to make contacts with all my friends, all my colleagues, and I asked for help and for ideas, because we had never had money for this association. We have no a place, and we are all volunteers, and that's why I always use like a tool. Communication, and I was supported by the Italian and the Romanian, but not only Romanian press, and I was lucky from this point of view.
We like you gave us a message for the women who listen to you and who want to keep fighting for the rights, and who want to keep fighting for us and for living a different life.
Well, I can tell you that for all the women I know, during these years of being a social activist and for human rights activist, I know very strong women, but very strong women. We are all very strong. And that's why I'm talking from Italy, though I'm a Romanian, and you are talking from Spain, and your friends, colleagues are from other countries, living and working in Spain, because we managed to we managed our life and our work, and we found solutions. And my message is never give up.
Oh, beautiful.
Never give up. I'm not very, I don't think that tomorrow we'll find a solution.
Okay.
But anyways, with every step, with every word, with every action, with every friend you get, you become more powerful.
Oh, thank you so much, Silvia.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep in touch. I really hope someday we can join maybe with other organizations in Spain, I don't know, with the government, maybe, why not, to raise awareness about our human rights, because women's rights are human rights.
Yes, it is.
And in the government, your government is more advanced than Italian government. I know you have problems. Me, it's not very easy to live in Italy like a migrant. Okay,
I know.
But doesn't matter. We are women, and we have to be united. And I hope we'll be together again soon.
I hope so. And anyway, you know, we are here. CEDOAC is here for you. And anything you need, anything you want, you know, you got it. You got our support. And I told you in private, I supporting you.
Thank you. By the way, I knew, I heard in the session that we had in Madrid, that in Madrid there is a forum for migrants, for ONG, for organization of migrant citizens, migrant people.
Yes.
But in this forum, there is no Romanian organization. Maybe no one, none. And I'm very interested to find why not. And if we are in Italy, of course, but I don't know, maybe with your support, if we make a convention, I don't know, we can be part of this forum.
Sure, that will be amazing, and we'll try to do it. You know, the fandom is complicated to get it sometimes, but if we got the opportunity to work with your organization, especially, and with you, with all this labor you do, so it will be amazing for us, and we really want to. We need your canals, your sabidury. I don't know about all the things you're trying, and congratulations for all your works.
One more thing, I forgot to tell you all that our association hired a lawyer, and we sue the Italian state and the Romanian state for one domestic workers that had to leave her children behind in Romania, and they got sick. Her children, okay, and we sued the countries because she or any other domestic or any other worker, okay, not necessarily domestic workers, any other worker must have the right and to live together with her or his family and together with their children. But when you are working 24 hours per day inside somebody else's house, you can't do that. It's not allowed for you to have a normal life.
Yes.
And that's we didn't win, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we will.
We will if we put together more cases with medical documents that husband or mother or children got sick in the period you worked abroad, maybe we can turn to Strasbourg and make another try.
And it will be amazing to think about the opportunity to be a mother or to get a family for that women who work 24 hours in a house. So I think that is a very important right the women have. If we decide to be a mother, and here in Spain it's a complicated because we have a lot of partners who have the problem. They are get pregnant and sometimes the boss said, your child, my child. So this is not to talk about your life or my life. This is about justice and got something, the same right for both part. So that will be interesting to think about it, I think.
Yeah, of course. And also because they had to, domestic workers, many of them have to work 3 shifts. 24 hours, this is not human. It's impossible. They got sick. I was told you about Italian syndrome, that is social depression that can put on risk their lives and their members of the family lives.
They live the life through the eyes to the another family they are know themselves. So sometimes I think they became the way to think, and that depression you said is complicated for her, and that's a lonely way to live, that is becoming someone different, and they lost all the capacity to get social and all the things we need to live as a human and with as a human right too.
Yeah, because you don't have a private life. You don't
Yes.
have a life of your own. And you are in a permanent contact with elders that are ill, that die, and this affects you. Anyway, I will send you, if you'd like, some links to
Sure.
very important articles or documentaries that I succeed to do. And maybe you would like to publish or to present to your members. Sure. And to some advocate, I don't know, and in your forum, I don't know. We must find a way. And
We'll
there
do
is always a solution. Thank you.